Hello everybody, my name is Mike and welcome to First Impressions. Today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World is a action role-playing game made by Capcom where you're a hunter and you go and you just shank monsters in the back. And it's fun. It's really fun. It's got an enjoyable premise for what equates to basically a giant grind fest. But that's one of the things that I never got into the Monster Hunter series before, is because I just saw it as a grind fest from the outside until I actually played it. Like, this is my first real Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter experience because, well, that's not true. I played on the Wii once. I tried to play Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii and gave up like 5 minutes in because I just couldn't handle the nunchucks. But this Monster Hunter World is my first real Monster Hunter game that I've played, and I must say I enjoy it. I could see the appeal of it, and I could see why my friends wouldn't shut up about it, and why they kept trying to get me to buy it for the DS. It's really engaging. The fun of it all disguises the grindfest. So even though you're hunting the same crap over and over again sometimes just to get gear, it doesn't feel that way. It feels fun. It feels engaging, and it's the kind of thing that, unless you play it, you sometimes can't see that looking from the outside in. And as I played it, I took note of a lot of things. Like, visually, it is very, very beautiful. It is just one of those games where you just want to sit there sometimes and just walk through the scenery. In fact, I've done that. And the music is outstanding. It fits. It's just one of those things where it's like, it fits whatever's happening on screen at the time. So if you're in a fight, boom, shifts to some kind of like fight music or fight theme. If you start chasing some monster because it starts running away, the music changes to a chasing song for that monster. And the monsters themselves are interesting. They're each a little different, although you'll see some like variations of the same kind of monster, like and it's basically a water fish wyvern with legs and a lava fish wyvern with legs. They're the same thing, recolored and given a different element. That's about it. And the Kuyaku and the Zitsuyaku, they're practically the same thing. They're both dodo raptors, but one has feathers and steals eggs. The other one has got Dilophosaurus fins on its head that can flash and blind you. And it presents a lot of unique visuals. It shows some dynamic between the monsters, so it's not just you fight monster A. You know, sometimes, oh no, monster B is here now. What do? Let them fight! And, with that being said, the story mode that they've added, which I hear they didn't have story modes before, the story mode doesn't really retract from the hunting aspect of everything. Because it kind of occasionally will derail off and on, but it always comes back to the same aspect. Oh, this Anjanath is giving us trouble. We need to secure the base camp. Go kill it. It's a threat. So it presents aspects of you get introduced to the new monsters as you progress through the story, and you hunt them down and murder them mercilessly, or, in some cases, like mine, capture them. Because I want all the stuff they have to offer. Which is another aspect. Capture or kill. You can hunt them down, or you can capture them. I personally love capturing these guys because I get more stuff from it. And it's one of the things where it's like, if you have to capture it, you need nets. Well, not nets, traps. So you can have shock traps and vine traps, but you can only have one, which I feel is a little bit of a letdown. And you need tranquilizer bombs so you can put them to sleep. Time to go night-night. So you just gotta weaken it first. And then you can put it in a trap, trinket, get out of Dodge. And sometimes it's easier with friends because then you get more traps and more bombs. And playing with friends is always fun. Downside makes the monster stronger though. But I really enjoy playing with my friends in a game where we could basically just dick around and do whatever. We could go on expeditions just to wander around, pick up shit, and maybe kill the occasional thing that we want to kill or capture, and then boom, we're done. And so, I don't know how it is in the other games, but this one, it's really easy to get materials. Maybe it's because I'm capturing things, but there's this tree you can grow plants and fungus and bugs on. So most of your crafting material for the aspects of like potions and ammo is right there. And then you have Tail Raider safaris where you send palicos out to go scavenge materials, and they can scavenge them off of the high rank monsters that you fight. Not high rank, but the big monsters you fight. There is a high rank Tail Safari, but I just got into that. So they can go out and get you things. It's really nice. As for gripes about the game, I do have a few. It occasionally feels like I do no damage, even when I've got upgraded gear. Even when I'm using the monster's weakness, in terms of elemental affinity or status effects. It just, even with food, meals buffing me, and using buffs for my hunting horn, it still feels like I'm not doing enough damage to this thing. Like, here's 10, here's 20, here's 10, here's 5, here's 7, here's 10, here's 10. And this isn't even just high rank, this is low rank too. It feels like I'm not doing enough. But maybe that'll change. Maybe it's just I'm using the wrong equipment, or I'm grabbing the wrong stuff in terms of like the food buffs, or using the wrong buffs from the hunting horn. Which, yes, I play hunting horn. I experimented with all the different weapons, and I keep coming back to hunting horn. Because when I play with friends, they usually play the fighters, the frontline guys. And I fill that gap by playing more of a support role if I can. The only time I've seen that change is Battlefield 1, where I played the frontline guy, and Dimitri was support. But, yeah, the hunting horn has been amazing for me because it does as much damage as any of the other big weapons. And it has all these buff abilities where you can make your team do shit better, as well as yourself. So, it presents that opportunity. But yeah, even with upgraded gear, even with buffs, even with all this stuff, it feels like maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but I'll figure that out as I play more. What's another thing? Oh yeah, high ranked hunts. Yeah, they're just a peach. I love getting stunned and then immediately one shot. Because that's fun, right? That's fun. I'm being sarcastic. It's not fun at all. It's one of the things I really hate about high rank hunts. For some reason, boom, stun locked, insta killed. Even with buffs, full health. Well, partially full health because they stunned me. I could still just get one hit KO'd. And it really annoys me to some degree because of that. And, remember the whole, let them fight! Yeah, that can also backfire when it turns into a high-ranked hunt, fatal four-way, with you and 3 other monsters, and they all want a piece of your tiny ass. And, as for other future stuff, things I hope to see, I want to see more monsters. I really do. I want to see more maps, too, because if you look at the map, you have the forest, your base, research center, spire, other place, other place, other place. There's this whole top corner of map not getting used, and I'd really like to see it get used. There's so much potential for DLC areas to just fill this gap in the new world, which is the setting for the game, the new world. Because it's not taking place in the old world, which is where the other games took place. So you kind of drifted across an ocean to a different continent, chasing after a big turtle made of a mountain, covered in lava. That's what you're chasing to this new world to figure out what's going on. A giant, mountain-sized turtle that's also a volcano. That's bad news bears, in my opinion. That's a bad idea. Anyway, I would like to see additional monsters put out, additional maps. I want to see what kind of events they'll come up with. There's a Mega Man event even supposed to come out, where you could turn your Palico into a little Mega Man. But yeah, new maps, new monsters, new gear because of new monsters, new hunts, new challenges. This game challenges you a lot, and it's really fun because it does so. It hides the grinding through a veil of fun. Like, this game is almost addictive. I don't want to put it down sometimes. So, it's a fun game. If you haven't bought it already, please go do so. You'll enjoy this. It is worth every penny you put down on it. It really is. And with content coming out in the future, it seems like it's going to be events like the Ryu event and the Aloy event, Horizon Zero Dawn event rather, and the Mega Man event are all going to be limited time things. So get it now while the getting's good, and take advantage of these events so you too can enjoy them. Anyway, that's it for this time. I'll see you guys later. Stay salty, my friends.